was good.
It's an advantage to work at home, no?
I don't really like working from
Mm.
home because I don't I don't have a studio like where I can just go and sit down to work. So I
Mhm.
have to do it from my bed, and my bed is not a good place to be working.
You have
Uh
to buy a desk, no?
yeah, but I mean there's not really a space in this house to put a like an office or something. So yeah. But since last night I went out with my sister trick or treating. Uh,
Oh, what about? Tell me about that.
well, I dressed up as a unicorn. I went to the office dressed up. I mean the theme for the office party was mad scientists. I think I told you, didn't I?
Yes.
So since I didn't really come up with an idea of, I mean, I had an idea of what I wanted, but I didn't execute the idea. So my niece didn't want me to go to work without a costume, so she gave me her unicorn pajamas. So I got into that and put a white robe on top of the unicorn, and I painted like a rainbow in my face.
Do you have any photo?
Uh, uh, Let me see. Can you see this?
Yes. So cute.
Yeah, so they were there was a contest and people needed to vote for the most creative costume and the most crazy one, and I won the most creative one. So it was fun. And when I got home, my sister and my niece were dressed up, so they wanted to go out. And we went out, and I got home around 1 a.m. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, no, I don't really want to go to work. So I told everybody that I was going to be working from home, but I didn't really do anything.
Yesterday I was at home. I was watching a series, The Good Doctor,
Uh-huh.
at home yesterday. I didn't do anything else important.
Didn't go out.
No, 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 no.
Your kids do not trick or treat anymore.
My little girl went with their friends, but the other is he is 22 years old.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't like to go out for candies.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, not anymore. Okay, but good. Okay,
Okay,
thank you for sharing your day with me.
no problem.
Okay, today we are talking about good teachers. Teachers, but I want to focus on good teachers because we are teachers. You are
Okay.
studying for being teachers. And I hope you will be the best teacher in English.
Okay.
Okay, our first practice is reading a text. Let me share a link.
Okay.
Okay, I will open it on my computer.
9 characteristics of a great teacher.
Yes. Okay, I I'm going to read the first part, okay?
Okay.
Years ago, as a young, eager student, I would have taught you that a great teacher was someone who provided classroom entertainment and gave very little homework. Needless to say, after many years of K-12 administrative experience and giving hundreds of teacher evaluations, my perspective has changed. My current position as a professor in higher education gives me the opportunity to share what I have learned with current and future school leaders, and allows for some lively discussion among my graduate students in terms of what it means to be a great teacher. Teaching is hard work, and some teachers never grow to be anything better than mediocre. They do not they do the bare minimum required and very little more. The great teachers, however, work tirelessly to create a challenging, mm, nurturing environment for their students. Great teaching seems to have less to do with our knowledge and skills than with our attitude toward our students, our subject, and our work. Also, this list is certainly not all-inclusive. I have narrowed down the many characteristics of a great teacher to those I have found to be the most essential, regardless of the age of the learner. Please, Jonathan, read the points.
All right. So number one, a great teacher respects students. In a great teacher's classroom, each person's ideas, and opinions are valued. The students feel safe to express their feelings and learn to respect and listen to others. This teacher creates a welcoming learning environment for all students. A great teacher creates a sense of community and belonging in the classroom. The mutual respect is the teacher. I'm sorry. The mutual respect in this teacher's classroom provides a supportive, collaborative environment. I haven't spoken today, so I'm not warm. In this small community, there are rules to follow and jobs to be done, and each student is aware that he or she is an important, integral part of the group. A great teacher lets students know that they can depend not only on her, but also on the entire class. A great teacher is warm, accessible, enthusiastic, and caring. This person is approachable, not only to students but to everyone on campus. This is the teacher to whom students know they can go with any problems and concerns, or even to share a funny story. Great teachers possess good listening skills and take time out of their way to busy schedules for anyone who needs them. If this teacher is having a bad day, no one ever knows. The teacher leaves personal baggage outside the school doors. A great teacher sets high expectations for all students. This teacher realizes that the expectations she has for her students greatly affect their achievement. She knows that students generally give to teachers as much or as little as is expected of them. A great teacher has his own love of learning and inspires students with his passion for education and for the course material. He constantly renews himself as a professional on his quest to provide students with the highest quality of education possible. This teacher has no fear of learning new teaching strategies or incorporating new technologies into lessons, and always seems to be the one who is willing to share what he's learned with colleagues. A great teacher is a skilled leader, different from administrative leaders, effective teachers focus on shared decision making and teamwork, as well as on community buildings. Sorry. Different from administrative leaders, effective teachers focus on shared decision making and teamwork as well as on community buildings. This great teacher conveys this sense of leadership to students by providing opportunities for each of them to assume leadership roles. A great teacher can shift gears, and it's flexible when a lesson isn't working. This teacher assesses his teaching throughout the lessons and finds new ways to present material to make sure that every student understands the key concepts. A great teacher collaborates with colleagues on an ongoing basis. Rather than thinking of herself as weak because she asks for suggestions or help, this teacher views collaboration as a way to learn from a fellow professional. A great teacher uses constructive criticism and advice as an opportunity to grow as an educator. A great teacher maintains professionalism in all areas, from personal appearance to organizational skills and preparedness for each day. Her communication skills are exemplary, whether she is speaking with an administrator, one of her students, or a colleague. The respect that the great teacher receives because of her professional manner is obvious to those around her. While teaching is a gift that seems to come quite naturally for some, others have to work overtime to achieve great teacher status. Yet the payoff is enormous for both you and your students. Imagine students thinking of you when they remember that the great teacher had in college.
Okay. Now, do you remember any teacher that was special to you? Tell me why he or she was special. And do you remember any teacher who has not been special to you? Tell me why he or she was not special.
Okay, so I actually had many teachers in high school that left a mark. So the first one was my English teacher. So she was uh, when I started getting English classes in high school. She noticed that I liked the language
Mhm.
and that I was interested in learning more. So she started pushing me really hard and trying to give me different assignments so I could learn a little bit faster because she knew that I could take it. Uh, so she actually inspired me to keep pushing and work hard to be where I am today. Like I know I have good level of English, and I think it all started because of her. So that's that. And the other one was like the the group leader from our school. She was with us for 5 years in a row, and she was just amazing. I mean, the way that she used to teach her classes, she pushed us to learn, to be better in life, to be better people, to communicate better with people, to try to avoid problems. She was all the time trying to help guys, or I mean, trying to give us the good path in life, like showing us which way to go. Because, some people were coming from bad neighborhoods and it was easier for them to quit school and start getting money. So she was like trying really hard to keep us in a good way, so we could finish high school, we could learn as much as possible, and it was very. I think if you talk to anybody who was in my course every year, if you ask them for that particular teacher, everybody is going to say that they love her because she was amazing. So yeah, that's that. And I think the teacher that I remember the most that I really, really hated was I was in third semester of computer engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this woman used to come to class, not teach anything. Uh, and I remember that we were getting close to election dates. So I remember that she used to come to the classroom and start talking about politicians and giving her views about politics and what we should think about these politicians. So um, once she asked me a question about one of I don't remember who. I think it was about uh, I think it was about Uribe or something like that. And I told her that I wasn't coming to school to talk about politicians, that I was coming to this class so she could teach me how to program and be a
Mm-hmm.
better computer engineer, not to talk about
Yeah.
politicians because I can do that with my friends, not with my teacher. And she got mad and kicked me out of class. So I went to the dean and talked to him, and he said that I should come back to class, and if this happens again, then I should record it. So I told him that I didn't want to be in any troubles or anything like that, and he said that it was the procedure, and so whatever. I came back to class, and when I got into the classroom, she said to me, she said, I thought that we were clear that you were not coming to my class anymore. And I was like, what's the reason? I mean, you're talking about politicians, you're not giving classes about the subject that we're supposed to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the issue? I mean, you don't really want to teach? Because if you're not ready to teach or if you don't want to do it anymore, then you should go, not me. And everybody started like trying to defend me, but then she started yelling at me and she started calling me things, and I was like, you know what, fucking bitch, I'm done with you. So I went to the dean again, and they told me that they were going to start a process. Um, but then the process never got completed because I talk. I mean, I was insulting her because I got out of. Um, I got out of my place, and I got really mad. And since she was telling me things, I started calling her things as well. So we started like fighting really bad, and they told me that since I responded to her insults, uh, they couldn't do anything. So I had to cancel that class. And I remember that next semester, she was the only one giving the class, and I didn't take it. So I had to wait like 3 or 4 semesters to take that class because I didn't want to see it. Um,
Did you finish that career?
I did not, because some of those teachers were not really good. And by the seventh semester, I was doing an internship, and I realized that I didn't really like it.
Mhm.
So I stopped.
That is an example that person mm, has the knowledge, maybe, but
I'm sorry, you cut up a little bit, so I didn't understand.
that is an example. For example, I can teach, yes, I can share some knowledge, but I
Mhm.
don't have the characteristics that need a real teacher. Um, for example, an engineering,
Mhm.
an engineering at the universities use this professional to give classes about engineering. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not teachers, real teachers, because we have to study a lot of things about this career in order to improve our knowledge and share this knowledge in a good way. It's
Mm-hmm.
not only share knowledge, no, you have focus on your and on your students and thinking about them. Crystal clear, no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is. So, in college, you're going to find people that are, I mean, if you're studying, if you go to medicine school, all your teachers are going to be doctors,
Mhm.
and they have to be doctors. If you go to engineering, all your teachers are going to be engineers. If you go to art school, your teachers are going to be artists. So,
But for me it's important if you are in engineering, yes, no problem. You have to give a class, but you have to study how to teach.
that is the problem. Yes, I do believe that you need to make maybe a master or a specialization in teaching if you want to teach.
Mhm.
Uh, because yes, it is important for people. If they don't really know how to teach, then they need to learn how to do it. But as far as I know, in this country, if you want to teach, you can only take 60-hour course from Sena on pedagogy.
Yes, but for me
That's, I mean,
it's
that's not enough.
yes, yes, totally, because you can read about pedagogy, but you have to love teaching.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people that they're not. I mean, they didn't study bachelor in teaching something. They are doctors. I mean, I used to have a friend that was a doctor, and he was one of the best teachers in University of Antioquia because he loved teaching, but he also loved medicine. Uh,
Mhm.
so he used to do both, like working with kids and teaching at the same time. Um, he used to work in a hospital, and then in the mornings he was giving classes of immunology, and after like noon or something like that, he would go to the hospital and work with kids. So I know a couple of people that loved teaching, and they're not necessarily teachers, but yeah, there's a lot of teachers that they're doing it because they need a little bit of money. They don't really like it.
In my personal experience, I had a lot of bad teachers. A lot. My English teacher, I had hate her method because we had to follow a book,
Hmm.
read and complete the sentences, complete the exercises. You don't have the opportunity to think alone about any subject. Um, in fact, the person who taught me English was my dad.
Really?
Really. And because of him, I could understand English. On the contrary, my teacher, she didn't have a good methodology. I don't know. Because the time, no? I am talking about 90s.
Mm. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I used to start. I mean, I started learning English in the 90s. I think so. Like
No.
98.
Whoa.
Like Yeah, like 99.
90s, no, I am talking about 80s. 80s.
Oh, the
80s,
80s.
yes, 80s. A different age, different position of the students. We only
Yeah.
obeyed the teachers.
Yeah, I don't know because I was born in 88, so
Exactly.
yeah, but the teaching methods were different when I was in junior school and high school. So yeah, it might have been different.
Maybe. Yes, because before was a conductism. Follow the rules. Don't sleep.
I'm sorry, I'm tired.
I know, me too, me too. I will try to do
No, it's not.
my
It's not.
best.
Okay, first of all, it's not you that's making me sleepy. I'm just tired.
You are tired. I know, I know. After the class, you can sleep.
Not likely. Although I
Ah,
should. Yeah, I should, but I have things to do.
okay. Continue, continue, continue. I
All
will
right.
share a video.
Okay.
Video, video. Please watch the video, please.
Okay. The teacher's room. Is this a video?
Yes, about tips. Yes?
Yes, I'm gonna start watching now. Okay.
Okay.
Well. Okay.
Okay. See below, there is a box with a quiz.
Mm, the teacher's room IATFL
Mhm.
special quiz, 5 questions. Okay, do you want
Yes.
me to share my screen?
Yes, please.
Can you see my screen now?
Give me a second. Mm, no.
Let me try it again. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do. Okay. How can a bottom-up writing text be used to teach about cohesion?
Uh,
It makes easier for them to think of a narrative since they have two consequences already at most only think of the causes. What do you think? A, B, or C? It allows them to think about basic link words.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know too. Okay, it gives them a good opportunity to practice introducing a noun and substituting it with pronouns later. Maybe B?
I think so.
wrong.
No. Mm?
This will be true from writing from beginning to end, but since the story is written backwards, the learners will be introducing a noun for the first time towards the end of the story and referring to it in pronoun form at the beginning, which doesn't make sense. As a follow up activity, getting them to change the nouns to pronouns is a great idea, though. Uh huh. Alright. Why is it a good idea to add a healthy pause after asking learners a question? It allows time for allow people to shout the unknown. We do not want to put too much pressure on students, so it's better. No, it allows them time to process the language, deal with any difficult vocabulary, and formulate a response.
Okay, good.
Depending on the level, you might pause for a greater or lesser amount of time, but the process is still the same. Okay. Why can a novel analogy in communicating a concept such as prepositions of time help students learn? A novel approach is exciting and entertaining. It doesn't matter if learning is accomplished, only that the student have a good time. A novel approach can appeal to those that the standard method does not take a hold of. It's great for the teacher since it allows them to be creative and flex their mental muscles. Bye.
Okay.
Uh,
Concepts such as the preposition of time help the students learn. A novel approach is exciting and entertaining. A novel approach can appeal to those on standard methods. I don't know. A novel approach. Hmm? Yes.
mhm. Not everybody learns in the same manner. Educational background, cultural differences, and personal preference all play a huge part in learning. A novel approach is great for differentiation. It gives those who already have the idea an interesting new way of looking at things, and for those who had trouble with the idea before, it may spark a level of understanding that was previously absent. How can using mime and physical movement help with learning? It's unusual, which makes it memorable, and moving around can reawaken a tired class. It's wonderful for getting students to laugh at each other, which promotes a good class spirit. It takes the teacher out of the spotlight for a while and gives students control of the class for a chance. Hmm, I don't know, maybe these two, A or C. Wrong.
No.
under the right circumstances, but it doesn't have a learning outcome, which should be the point of every classroom action. Okay. Why is being peer observed a good idea? It makes you more robust to criticism so that you can be confident that you're always right. It shows off how great you are as a teacher and allows you to see your own teaching practice and methods through a fresh pair of eyes. Da, da, da.
Mm.
Seems yeah, okay.
Okay, okay. And tell me a tip.
A tip,
Yes, your own tip.
my own tip about teaching. I don't know. Be patient. That's what I
Are
don't
you
have.
patient? Are you
No,
patient?
no. So when you know something, it will be easier for you to do it. You know. So a tip should be that you shouldn't expect people to understand it as easy as you do, because they might not understand it immediately. Maybe it comes easy for you, but it's not gonna come easy for everybody. So if you're trying to explain something that you understood really fast and someone is taking some time to understand it, then don't be mad, don't push, and don't be upset with the student, because if you do and you show that you're frustrated with them, they might think that they're stupid, and they will probably decide to not keep learning because they will shut down towards um, the class or the subject itself, and will say, will probably they will start saying that they don't want to learn because they don't like it. But actually, what they don't like is the teacher, not the subject.
Mm. Because of the teacher, we can hate or love a subject, no?
Hmm. True.
um, Now I will send a file. Oh, do you imagine you as a teacher?
Not really.
No.
No. I mean, to be honest, I'm practically a teacher at my work, and I've learned a lot with these guys because at the beginning, um, I mean, I'm actually the most experienced one within the team because I have a lot of people, um, a lot of new people. So since I'm the most experienced one, they all the time come to me and ask questions, and they want me to teach them how to solve certain kind of issues and things like that. So I had to learn how to be patient with them first, because now I'm their manager, and they expect a lot from me. So I had to sit down and teach myself to be able to provide them information and transfer my knowledge to them. So actually, I'm like a teacher, but not in a classroom. So I don't know. Maybe if I, we'll see. We'll see what happens when I finish, or when I do my internship, which I'm not looking forward to. Because the other part is that I don't really like kids.
No?
No, because they're
Why?
a-holes.
A lot of the same times, maybe.
So I don't know. So I have this 11th encounter exercise, and it only has one slide, and it says a good teacher.
Yes, could you please open this file and share your screen, please?
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes. Now, please, we are going to write something ideas about good teachers. For example, a good teacher is enthusiastic. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
Is prepared.
Loves what they do. Is eager to keep learning from their students. Um,
Um,
mm,
yes.
mm,
And a lot of teachers don't know how to use the technology in favor in your classes.
that is true.
Yes.
Um,
Is respectful, yes.
mm, uh,
Create create a good environment in class, maybe.
mm, mm,
A
mm,
good teacher is always learning for me.
mhm,
Mhm.
uh,
I put my idea, please. A good teacher is always learning.
it's eager to keep learning from their students
Okay.
also.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It's an
but
inspiration.
you actually gave me an idea. Creates good mm, it's inspiring. All right, let's leave it like that. What else?
Mm, eh, a good teacher creates didactic tools uh, for doing easy the learning process.
I'm sorry.
Use or
Uh,
create didactic tools for make easier the learning process, I think.
what do you think about it? Can create didactics. Yeah. For class, so it can be more dynamic. Do you want more?
Mm, no,
Is
no for a moment.
enthusiastic, loves what they do,
is eager to keep learning from their students or fellow colleagues, keeps up to date with technology and tries to learn every day, is respectful with older students and colleagues, is creative, trying to make it more fun for students, involves students in the learning process, not just offering information to the students so they figure things out on their own, creates a good environment for students, is inspiring, can identify students' needs, and can create didactics for a class so it can be more dynamic.
Okay, Jonathan. When you will put in practice this career as a teacher, please don't forget this tip.
Okay, I will try. I swear. I swear I'll try.
Okay. It's all for today. For you, the class is over.
Okay, good. All right. So I hope I can be a good teacher in the future. Not really. I was just joking. No, yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe during this process, I really love or learn or actually learn how to love this career, and I end up being a teacher. So, I mean, you never know. But if it happens, I will try my best to be a good teacher because that's the most important thing.
Yes,
Do it what you're doing and doing it good.
in a good way. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan, for your time.
All right, thank you, and I hope you have a great long weekend.
Ah, yes, likewise. For sleeping.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope to
Uh,
see you on Wednesday.
yes, we'll see each other on Wednesday.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.